Let's talk about your entree into ABARTA and what were the things that you did for the family business through the years. I think that's important to hear, for two purposes. Many times a family business says you have to be a blood member to join the family business, and that is something that run from day one almost. Your family didn't do that.
Correct.
So talk about your role and
Sure.
how that's evolved through the years. And
Absolutely. Well, I married into the family, which then meant I married into the family business. And my husband, as I said, is a third generation owner. And in 1990, we started a family business process. And by that, I mean, we hired an independent consultant facilitator to come in and work with our family. And from the beginning, that advisor suggested that spouses be included. And so the family was okay with that. The reasoning behind that, as you and I discussed, a lot of families are really reluctant to do that because maybe personalities or whatever reason. But a really strong argument in favor of doing that is the spouses are the parents of the next generation. There are lots of other reasons too. One is that communication factor and hearing the message directly and et cetera. Seeing how people interact with each other instead of just hearing it from a spouse outside of the context. But as parents of the next generation, there's a vested interest, right? And there's a role that these parents play, whether they're blood family or married in. So we spouses were all included. We have from the very beginning had a very, we said from the get-go, we wanted this to be non-judgmental, open door kind of thing. So family members are at different places in their lives at different times. We were all having a lot of babies. People were at different places in their careers, whether or not they were in the family business. So some people would attend a meeting and then not, we had a twice a year meeting schedule. But sometimes then they would miss the next two meetings, right? So maybe a whole year and a half would go by, but everyone was always included, welcomed in whenever they could attend. We had meeting minutes that we would circulate and send out to people. So that process with that facilitator, we did that for 12 years. And then we took a break. And then we realized, wow, these kids that were, these next gens, the fourth generation were kids, but now they're teenagers and young adults. And we need to get back together because we don't know whether or not any of them is going to work in the business or lead the business, but we do know that they are all owners because we had the share gifting and estate planning. And so as owners, they're going to be responsible for the governance, ownership governance side of things. So we need to make sure that we educate them. So we did another search, found another facilitator, and we've been involved in our current process now for about 10 years.